There is a stigma between 2000s kids and 90s kids. A lot of these 90s kids are going, well, I grew up in the 90s, so I'm like super retro, and a lot of these young, tiny little children from the 2000s era have no idea what most of the references that I grew up with are. I'm about to prove them wrong. So let's get into it, shall we? I mean, not gonna lie, my hair kind of looks like the 80s and 90s style right now. Super messy and kind of big right now, but I like it like that. Only 90s kids will remember the people in this picture. Well, in these pictures. I think there's like 3 of them. So yeah, let's see. This is from American Pie. I totally know that. That movie was so awesome. If you guys have not seen American Pie, you are severely missing out. Hey, and they got my man Stifler in the back. Hey, I love that guy. He's like if Blink-182 was a person, which, convenient enough. American Pie is probably one of my favorite all-time comedies. I mean, it's just such a good movie. You guys really need to see it. The first 4, I believe, were really good, and then it kind of went downhill in my opinion. I don't know. You guys just have to see for yourself. But 1 point on the 2000s kid. I totally remember this. This is another one where I feel like every kid has watched Back to the Future at some point. This isn't just a 90s kid thing. But wow, they look so much older now. I mean, obviously because the movie was in the 80s, but wow, they got Marty McFly and Doc. Oh man, they look so different. Actually, Marty looks pretty similar, just older, but it is pretty crazy to see them like that. Back to the Future was another great sort of retro type movie, but also futuristic, because I think they went to the time frame of 2015, I think. I'm not positive, but it's crazy how their view of 2015 was compared to actual 2015. It's pretty funny. Here's another one. This is clearly from Karate Kid. Although most of my friends haven't seen this movie, so I don't know, maybe I'm just that quirky. But looks like the 2021 is from Cobra Kai, which is a YouTube Red series, I believe. I don't know if it's still YouTube Red. I think there's some drama with that. I'm not completely sure. But anyways, Cobra Kai is such an awesome TV show. You should totally watch it. They even brought back a lot of the same actors from the original Karate Kid movies. It's so cool. I mean, they got Johnny, they got Danny, they got Danny's mom, and I think they are bringing back Allie. So yeah, I'm super stoked for season 3 because season 2 left with the possibility that Allie might be coming back, which I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring her back. And let's hope it's the same actress, but oh man, I'm so excited for season 3 of Cobra Kai. On to the next one. What the heck is that? Okay, this one I don't understand. I'll give a point to the 90s kids. What in the world am I looking at? It's like a dinosaur with the body of a human baby? I don't know about that. The actual TV voice of baby Sinclair. Oh, I think I've heard people talk about Sinclair, but I don't really know what he is. Yeah, I don't really know about this one. I'll give a point to the 90s kids. Scented fruit markers? I've had one of these. I had them like a while ago. I think I was maybe 5 or 6 when I had one of these. But I definitely have owned this, so this isn't just specific to 90s kids. Mine didn't look exactly like these, but they were pretty much still the same. I remember I would always get a piece of paper and then draw what scent the fruit was, and then I would carry that paper around and just sniff it all day. Oh, those are fun times. Oh, an old school mouse. Okay, I've never actually used one of these, but I remember my dad had a mouse that was like this. I didn't know you had to take out the ball and wash it, but I do remember his mouse had a ball in it that would always like rotate and stuff. So I still understand this reference, so I'm gonna give myself another point. Man, that is a total retro mouse though. It's pretty cool looking, not gonna lie. Growing up, you didn't survive in the summer heat without these. Okay, come on, everyone has tried one of these Otter Pops before. I remember my grandma would always buy a bunch of these from like Walmart or something and then keep them in the freezer, so every time I would come over, she would always have so many different types of pops to choose from. It was great. Which, of course, I always went for the blue one. Blue is the superior color in everything. It is the best flavor. Blue raspberry beats any other. Grape, what is that? Lime, lemon, orange, or cherry. I don't care. Blue beats it all. I'm not willing to debate on this. Every other color is inferior to the almighty blue raspberry. And if you think otherwise, then your opinion is wrong, even though that's not how opinions work, but I don't care, it's still wrong. Only 90s kids will know these couches. Okay, why is the SpongeBob one so pixelated? It's just literal pixels. But come on, these are pretty obvious. Only 90s kids will know? Like, no, dude. I know 3 out of the 4. I think the top left one is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air couch. Almost positive. Not completely sure. But of course, the top right one is Friends, the bottom left one is SpongeBob, and the bottom right one is The Simpsons. I grew up with The Simpsons, even though they're pretty old. I still watch their episodes, even currently. So yeah, I think I know all of these couches. I'm not 100% positive about the top left one, but all the other ones, I know. Oh my gosh, I totally had these. My dad and I used to go to this beach that was a little bit farther from our house, but I would always play skee ball and win enough tokens to get these little poppers. I don't even know what they're called. I just call them poppers. I don't know what their actual name is, but man, those are so much fun. I would always flip it on the other side and then try to stick it to my hand and then like try to wave it all around and try to get it to fall off, but it never would. It was stuck on pretty good. I won a lot of these in my time. I forgot what happened to the bag, but I remember I had a Ziploc bag and it was full of all these poppers. Those are the days. Next 90s toy is the water game. I had one of these too. I feel like I'm saying that with almost all of these, but I definitely own one of these little games. If you guys never played one of these water ring games, then you have missed out on a very happy childhood. The next one. Okay, I think I know these people. The dude on the left is He-Man, and the dude on the right is one of the Thundercats, I'm pretty sure. I think, by the thing on his belt. I don't know the actual character from Thundercats, but I know the series. And I definitely know the guy on the left is He-Man because my dad used to have this tank top that he would wear all the time when I was little that had He-Man on it. I think it said like "Sup ladies" on the bottom. It was great. I don't know if that counts as cheating, is it? I don't think so because I technically grew up with it. I just never watched the shows, but my dad always educated me on stuff that he grew up with, and he definitely grew up with He-Man and Thundercats. So I'm still gonna give myself a point because I know these characters. Ooh, the next one is these colorful pack of pens. I also owned one of these pens when I was growing up. These were the best because you could just take one pen with you that had almost every single color that you really needed. So yeah, this was great when I would always bring my drawing pad and go to some random event or something. This isn't just a 90s kid thing. I definitely had one of these pens and a lot of my friends did too. That's why I wanted one, because I used one of my friend's pens and I just fell in love with it because it was so much easier bringing around one pen than having to bring around a whole pack and then all the pens are falling all over the place, especially when you're an artist. These pens saved your life. I know these guys. This is from Lethal Weapon. Oh man, those movies were so good. It's like action sort of peaked at late 80s and early 90s, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. Except for Hitman's Bodyguard. That was a pretty good action-packed movie. But man, I remember Lethal Weapon was one of my favorite movies at some point. It was so good. They've actually aged pretty well because they were already relatively old in Lethal Weapon, but they still look pretty good. This was taken in 2019 compared to 1987. I mean, that's a big age difference. They're still kicking it. Okay, I think this is the last one, but you may be old, but are you this old? Yes, I am. Oh my gosh, I forgot I had one of these. This is like bringing up a new memory I didn't even know I had. I think I was four or five when I played this, but man, I remember my dad brought home the elephant box. We opened it up, plugged it in, and then all the butterflies just shot out and I would catch them in the net. Oh, that was just so much fun. I think that was the very first game I ever played. I remember after we got this game, my dad and I went to Dollar Tree to purchase an actual butterfly net. This game inspired us to actually go out and catch real butterflies, which I don't think I ever caught one, but it was fun swinging my net around and frolicking in the sunny grass. Anyways, I think that's all of them. I remembered a lot more than I thought I would, honestly. So see, take that 90s kids. I'm a 2000s kid, but I remembered almost all of these references. I kind of forgot my actual score, but if you guys kept track, then comment down below. Also, let me know what you guys want to see next. I respond to every single one of the comments, so make sure to leave one. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a big fat like, a big fat comment, and also make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification. That way you can see all of my future uploads. Anyways, that's it for now. Always remember to keep on dreaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, YouTube.